Righty, and we're live again. So yesterday I left you with bag 4. We completed it. If you remember, bag 4 was literally this. So we've got the environment, like so, and there was the special, let's call it slotting here that you could push down and up, and that you could see would open the inside of that. So not bad. And that was bag 4, basically all of this. And now today we're going to try and do 5 and 6, and that would complete basically this one, which is the base of the castle, because I'm quite curious to see actually how big it becomes, the bottom part. The other thing that we had said is, and probably if you're joining today you don't remember or you don't know, I'm trying to do this in a set number of days. So the bags are 21, I think they are, and I'm trying to do it in 10 days so that while I'm abroad for medicals, I can finish the set, put it back in the suitcase, bring it back home already assembled, and then I don't lose bits and it's all done and dusted. But I don't know, we'll see, we'll try. So first let's dive straight in with number 5. For those of you that haven't seen any of the previous videos, now Lego has kept its promise about the paper bags for the pieces. So let's put this here. One thing you do want to be super careful about is the inside of the bags. They stick because there's this like waxy sort of effect, and that can lead to bits remaining in the bag. So that is something to keep in mind. So this is what's here. You can tell we're finishing the base of the castle because there's quite a few of the rock looking like Lego pieces. You see that I haven't put any under here. Nope. And inside 5 there was also one extra one like this for the small pieces. So quite as you know, I'm also doing, or I was doing up to the day I left, the evening I left for this medical trip, I was doing also the, with my wife, the Millennium Falcon. So that, completely different piece count. This is a 2,135 pieces. The one that I'm doing now, the one that was the Millennium Falcon, is 7,500 and something. The number of pieces completely different, and the difficulty of let's say the manual and the parts and the complexity is obviously a lot lower. This is targeted at 10 plus, whereas the Millennium Falcons are 16 plus, so you can definitely expect more difficulty. And also I would say in general, the thing I clarified in the description is the Lego castle of Harry Potter is not actually the Lego castle. This is one piece of it. So this is the main tower of Hogwarts, and then you've got like another probably 5 or 6 SKUs, so product numbers, that are smaller sets that comprise the rest of the castle. So you've got things like the hall, you've got things like I don't know, the lessons of witchery, you've got Quidditch, I think is one of them. So you need to basically to have the full set, you need to buy quite a few other ones. So yeah, it's a slightly different approach to the Millennium Falcon. Righty, let's dive in. So we've got the base here, and what are we going to do with this base? We're going to add straight away one triangle right off the bat. Let's tidy this up a bit. The other thing I did say is I haven't got with me my those little plastic containers, which are a lot better in general for finding stuff. In fact, I end up rummaging around looking for the pieces because they do get a bit lost around. So we're looking for a dark grey slopey one and a square, and these are going straight on to here. One is going here and one is going here. I want to just see if I can improve a little bit the lighting there. I might use the phone. Let's see what does that do. Does that add a bit of light? Kind of does. You can slightly see that better at least. So as I said, I haven't got much lighting with me compared to the studio at home. So that should enable you to see that side. Moving on, we've got one of these and one of these, and this is going next to it on top, so you've got this one going here. One of the things that I did like, and I do like more about this one compared to the other Lego set manual, so the one of the Millennium Falcon, is that one doesn't highlight for you the parts. So yes, okay, it's expected that you're 16 and therefore, okay, different target. But to be honest, this fact that they highlight in red the parts they add on a small one like this is a bit overkill. But for example, on that big one, I would appreciate it because it's really useful to not lose track of what they're expecting you to put. It's an angled dark grey. I'm going with dark grey, and this little piece here is... The other thing I was observing of this manual, which instead I don't like so much, is the tint that the pages have. You can see they're not perfectly white. They're kind of like greyish, and that isn't the fault of the lighting. This is literally greyish. So where there's prints like this, you can't really tell some of them what colours they are. So that's a bit silly, but hey, what do you want to do? So there's two of these. I've not picked up the second one. Where's it gone? Here it is. Two of these. It's going on top like this. And then this one's going on top there like so. And you can see also the part numbers completely different. Even each bag only has, I don't know, 30, 40 little pieces. Not so much. So this one's going here. And we're gradually building. I was just seeing if I could identify where, because we're going to here, there's a straight bit. So basically on, yeah, you can't really see it, but it's the bottom. Let's see if I can point this one a minute. Let's see if I can show you. We're here roughly. So it's this part here now that we're building, okay? Just put that back so you can see it from above. Okay. So we've got that far, we've put these. Let's see what else we have here of interesting. So now we're going to need one 3er, single row 3. Like this, we're going to need one of these greeny ones, and we're going to need one of these grey upside down ones. Okay, so this is literally going this, plus this. Making that piece there, and that piece there is then going literally above here. So that's going there. And you can see that's kind of giving you that sort of ruined edge effect. Then we need a blue one square grey one, and one, that's going to be this one of these. And I was saying yesterday and the day before, I was mentioning this reminds me a lot of the medieval castles, because that's kind of how they were made. They would use a lot of these grey bits. So this is going here, like so. This one's going here, like this. You seeing that all right? Yeah, let's turn it like that slightly. And then you've got this little blue piece down here, which is going to go down the bottom here. So, like, there we are. Like that. There we are. And that's that one. And if we carry on across here, we've got, so we're building the side now. So this is going to, oh, that was not very clever. That was my phone. I knew that was going to happen. Lucky it's got the screen protector, so basically when I get back I'm going to have to deal with, I don't know, this has been the trip of the screens, because I've managed to break the corner of this one. Luckily this is all screen protector. I've managed to break apparently the screen of my watch, and my MacBook screen also broke, so that's really quite a collection of broken screens. Knew that was going to happen. Let me just put this on a stand. Sorry about this, but I need to be able to. Is this switched off? No, it's like that. Okay. Have I broken the cameras at the back? No. Alright, so it's kind of not ideal. Let's put this on the stand, and we'll put the stand like. Is that giving you enough light to see on the side? Not really, is it? Let me put it the other way around. And we'll put it, let's see if that fits without getting in the way of the camera. Doesn't really, does it? Let's turn it down a bit. Not ideal. Hang on a minute. Let's do something like this then. Oh, come on. I'll turn this here. Alright. Yeah, you're kind of seeing that a bit better than you would otherwise. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Let's go with one of these and one of the longer ones. Upside down ones though, so longer ones upside down. Here it is. So one of these. This goes going across here like this. On the inner side there. Then there's this one going across here. Long length. Are they both the same length? Darker grey, so it's probably shorter, yeah, in fact. So this one's going here. Like so. Then got 3 in a row there, and then we're using one of these black ones to shut off the back here. So there we go. Back off of there, we've got to here, and then here we need, how many is that? Can't really see it. One of these, 2 of the black ones, 2 of the black ones, green one, and there we have it. And this is going to now go green one next to here. Oh, come on. Green one next to here. Yeah, then we've got a black coming in. Black coming in. Grey one going across here. Black one coming across here. And you end up with this. So that's what it looks like. There we are. Now, what else do we have? We've got one upside down grey one. Just this one. We've got a light brown. We've got the grey tower. And we've got one of these. And with this we're making 1, 2. It's going here. 2. Then we've got the grey reverse going here. And then on top of the grey reverse, got to hold it here, we've got this one going like that. And this one is going literally across the end piece here. So you end up with something like this. There we are. Now, turn page, already got to 74. Now we're putting one of these, they're all the same, so one of these, and we're putting it across here. You can see that the outside then looks like it's got stone work. Then we've got one of these friars going across here to block this. This is basically the foundation onto which the castle is actually going to look. And if you go to Warner Bros. Studios in England, near London, they've got the full castle prop, or however you want to call it, where they literally built the castle out of all the different components. So you've got styrofoam, you've got plastic, you've got glass, you've got lighting. It's right at the end of the tour, and it looks really, really nice, and you literally see the whole Hogwarts Castle like proper detailed. So it's a very nice thing. If you happen to be there in London, definitely go and visit that. That's really nice. They've got also the sets as well, so they've used a lot of the sets, a bit like you do with Universal Studios or Disney Studios now. For example, in Paris, you've got Disney Studios, which is literally where some of the films have been made. They now have those, a bit like the American Universal Studios that they have. This one's going here. This one's going here. So we've got some greenery growing. In fact, if you look at it from outside, that's what it looks like that. Then we're going to need one of the 4 and one of the grey like that. And this is going on this side like so. Going on the back of here. And you can see they're using the principles with these Lego sets really of the props, which is so that you've put that piece there. When you turn it round, you see that the outer facing part is going to look completely different just by overlapping of layers. So you have these, then that in front. That's pretty cool. Let's put that back. We've got one of these circles, one of this one, and one of these stone ones. This is going here. This is going here. This is going here. Let's get this on there straight, and voila. That's going on there. Then we've got one of these going across the top here. It's going here. It's going across there. And then we've got one of the blue ones is attaching here. So let's move back this piece. You can see it like that. And then we'll put this one here, because this is then going to go across here. So this is how we used to build, if you remember when we were smaller. They would you would get panels and join them together, and this is exactly how this one's done. That one's like this. And what else do we need? One of the dark greys going across here, leaving a space of 4. Yeah, that one's right. It's going across there, and then we're getting another panel that's finished going across here, going across here. So with these 2 bags, roughly, should be able to figure out how big or small the actual set is looking at the base. So that's that one. We've put this one. We've got one of these upside down ones going across here, like so. There we are. And you've got one of the long light greys and one of the stony light greys as well. The stony bit's going here, and the long one's going across. Is that right? Yeah, going across here. And that's what it's looking like on the outside. And we need 2 of the upside down ones. 1, 2 of the upside down ones, and 1 vertical. And all we're doing here is with it turned this way, we're going 1 here. There we are, 1 there. 1 across here. And then, where's the other piece gone? These going across here, like so. Yep. And then we've done, this one's going across here at the end, inwards by 1, so that's here. That one's here. There we are. Now we're building this strange thing here. So we've got 1 dark grey, 1 light green, and the blue one. This is literally going across here. So one's here, going across there, one's going across here. Yeah. And then this one is merging, probably on the end here, where we just put that. It's merging here. Like so. There we are, that's merging there. Then on this side, while we've got it there, there's one of these to put. And this guy's going across here. There we are. Yeah, that's shut across there. And you've got a dark grey shutting off the corner here to make sure it doesn't fall apart. That's now keeping the full corner like that. Then we're going to use one dark grey, one with the holes and one with the light grey. This is going in here, like so. It's going across here, and you end up with this. Turn it back on the inside, and we're putting it literally here in the middle, I think it is. Let me see. Third one, so like that. There we are. That's gone there, and the middle piece there. Okay. And we've got one light grey going across here. So like this. There we are, going across there. Got a blue coming across here. Like so. So you can see it's starting to build out a corner. Then we've got one light grey, one black stony type thing, and one of these blue little, well, it looks like lights, but probably not lights. This guy's going here. The black's going behind it. Like so, and the little bluey bit is going in the corner, right at the front here. There you have it, and that little blue one's going there. You can see it catches the light. Right, let me see if I can turn it slightly downwards, like so. Yeah, that'll do, so that's like that. Then we've got one of these strange corner ones. The only one of the bag. This one's going afterwards. We've got a green one here. So this, and this darker grey. And this guy's going basically across here. So that's going there. Darker grey going across here. Like so. And this corner bit's going across the top. That blocks the corner off like that. Got on here, then we've got one of these darker upside down ones and one of the darker forward facing ones. This one's going across here. And this one's going here, so you've got both the blocking of that, and then you see it starts to build off the layer where the castle will start to form. Here we've got one of these dark ones, one of the flat ones, and one of the little grey, there we are, one of the little grey ones. And then this is literally going to go black one, this one, grey one on top. So you're left with this, like that. And this one's going to go facing forward here. There we are. So that's gone there. Then we've got two of these little green ones, one of which at the end here. Yeah, the one thing I will say about this booklet, I did say it yesterday, but the more I'm going through this, the more I kind of have my thoughts set on it, is the number of pages to do some parts. It's like that. This has got 4 4, 5, which 2 are double, 5 pieces, and it takes a spread of 2 pages. It's a bit wasteful in my point of view. I mean, yeah, what's the point of that? It doesn't really make sense. This one's going across here. This blue's going under here, and what will probably happen is it'll slot in. I don't know by how much. See what's sticking out too. So it's got to be like, going right across, it's probably like this. Okay, so having said that, this is giving you an idea of the length of the castle, and you're talking, well, a bit less than the half forearm. So it's not massive, because again, if you look at the picture, this is it corresponds a bit more to the end of the castle and here as well. It's done to be probably more with the minifigures, and the fact that you buy all the other pieces and sets starts to make it a bit bigger, because there's, for example, the Great Hall goes next to it, and that's a piece about as big as this. So that starts to add. You've got the Great Hall, and you've got these other ones. It's probably a set that is actually bigger than the Millennium Falcon, but only if you buy every single piece. Every single set, and that's quite expensive. So yeah. And the other thing I'd said yesterday is they're actually retiring some of these smaller component sets, which means like this one's available and it's easy to find, but then if you start saying, well, I want the witchery lesson set, that's got, like, it says retiring, and those ones means then you won't be able to find them, which is not ideal. Here we need another one of these, another one of this one, and a 3 dark grey. So this one's going here. See if you can see it a bit better if I put it like that. Yeah, there we go. And this will turn it like that. See that all right? Yeah, it gives you a bit more light. So this guy's going right next to this, and it slots in here, facing outwards. That's right. Then this one's going across here. This one's going across here. There we go. That one goes across there. Then you've got one grey one. Another thing before I forget is one of the things that people forget to say on YouTube is, yeah, subscribe. But the point is, remember to subscribe if you like this type of content. More than anything, because again, you get notified when we're publishing, which is the real main use. If you look at it from a real value perspective, is how do I know when this is coming out or another video is coming out? Is just subscribe, and then you know. And that's what I would say about subscribing. It's important. It does show support to fellow content creators. So if you see channels that have stuff on them that you like, and not necessarily you want to maybe comment, or you don't want to, reach out to the person doing the content, that is a tangible way to show that you appreciate what they're doing, and most of all, that it's giving you value in the form that you think is worth spending your time watching it. So yeah, if you want to subscribe and you feel like giving a tangible appreciation by looking at the other videos and knowing when they come out, for sure I appreciate it. My wife's not here because she's back at home, but yeah, if that suits you and you want to, feel free to press the button and subscribe. This one's going here, and then we're going here, here, and here. So we've now got this one coming across the top here. You can see this is going to go there. Remember, with the top ones, they always put them in a way that then reinforces the structure somewhat to enable it to not, this one's going here, to not weaken, because the problem is, you imagine, we're going to build on top of here. If these bits don't hold each other, then what you're going to do is when you go and try and put something, it'll just fall off. So this one's going there. Okie doke. So that's set like that. And here we're going to put one long one and one of these stone ones like this. And this one goes one here. And one across here like so. There we are. Look at that. That's there. And then there's two of these. So one and two. And now we're going to turn it around. There we are. Huh. There's Hermione. I left it in there to not lose the figurine. And this one's going here. One here. And one here. Like so. So you turn it round. So probably we're going to start adding a little bit of detail on the inside. Using a dark grey, a corner dark grey, a circular light grey, and a circular brick type. And the way we're going to use this is that's going there. On top of that, this one's going here. Yep. Then the darker grey is going here. Like that. Then we're putting a corner piece like this. Corner piece. And just seeing that corner, what they've done, that's going across the top here. And this piece is attaching literally on top of this, like so. This probably you'll see will act as a stabilization of the flat platform that goes on top. That one, then we've got this piece here, got one of these, and one of the under pieces like that. Is it one or two? One and one, so they're all one. Okay, so one under piece there like that. So we're going to put up like this. I'm going to add this one down here. And then this one here. There we go. That's like that. And that is now going to go across. A bit like this one was here. This one's going to go across the set here. And this stabilizes the column both ways. Okay, that one's going across there, and then we've got one of these going in here, like so. Yep. See, this is what I meant about wasting paper. Look, so you're putting this one piece and you're taking up two spreads. That's the thing that's a bit not so infused by it. Probably is to do with the background of the studies I used to do at school before university, and we had a lot of focus on ecology and environment and things like that. And again, yes, okay, you're not doing plastic bags, but you're also wasting a ton of paper. Yeah. So this goes going across here and blocking that one like that. Then this one's going across here. And this last three pieces going here, and look, it's locking in the columns so that it's nice and stable. Got one little leftover piece which wasn't used, so we'll put it away in the spares bag, which obviously I managed to drop before setting up the table. So I had all the bits on the floor, and I had to re-pick them up. Having said that, we're going to move on to bag number 6. Let's see what's in bag number 6. So here we go. Bag number 6. We've got one additional paper one, and we've got a fair bit of, let's see here. Remember when you open the, yeah, look, they're all stacked to the inside. When you open the paper ones, always remember to check inside, because of the like wax treatment they give it, they do tend to stick, and it'll be a pity. Sometimes you've got a spare, but what happens if you lose the bigger parts? Let's put these down a bit, like so. And then there's this little bag here as well. What I'll probably do when I've finished, if I manage to finish this one in the 10 days that I said I would, what I'll probably do then, if you're more into like quick content and you don't want to spend your time going through all of them, if that's your thing, I'll probably mount these as a stop motion, so you can literally see them as images rather than video, and then that will enable you, like in 2 minutes, probably something around that, 2-3 minutes, to skip basically through the whole building process, if that's your jam and you prefer to, you know, just look at it summarized. So having said that, let's move on. We've got one dark grey, 2 3s, 1 2. I can definitely tell that my wife's not helping me, because I have to constantly keep looking at different distances, focal distances, and that does my eyes in a lot quicker. Whereas, you know, if you're looking at the Millennium Falcon one, my wife's amazing at finding all the bits and giving me them practically when I need them. So I've gotten quite used to that, and like this, I have to then first find all the bits, then I have to prepare and move around the Lego set. So this is going like this. Put it back this way, and Mjolnir fell, so I'm going to put her here with the chessboard. There we go. And what are we actually doing here? We're putting this end here, so probably if I move it across that way, yeah, you can see it like that, and across there. So let's go with this. We've got the 3-piece here blocking this end, 3-piece there, one of the longer ones across here, longer ones across there, and we've got one of the stone ones facing on the inside, and the stone ones facing on the outside here. Got this one going across here. This is stabilizing also the outside, and then this 3 are going across here. There we are. Right, now we're going to go with one grey one like that, a reverse grey one, and a brick one, like so, 2 of them, and can't see if that's 1 or 2, it's 3 actually. Okay, so 3 of these. And what we're doing now is we're going here and we're building like a kind of arch. So what this is doing is it's holding up let me go in the right place first of all. It's holding up, let me go, this is here. That one's going in and going out. It's the bit holding the terrace. So there's a terrace where the characters stand on the outside, and this is what holds up. So there's 1 yes, 1 no, 1 yes, 1 no. Is that right? Oh, I can't really see that properly. No, see, I've got that wrong. So that is a tour like that. Then you've got 1, sorry about that, 1 like this. Then you've got another one spacing here, and then you've got the 3rd one here, like so. Then you've got this one spacing like this, and then on top of that one you've got this one. There we are. Got a bit confused there. They looked like they were 1, but there was actually, if you turn it around, you can see there's 2 between each. So let's move on. You can tell we're going into that like light brown, which is basically the colouring that you get. The castle walls are all made like that. So you've got 1 grey, 1 upside down grey, 1 stony type piece, and 2 more semi-arched parts here. So then let me just check that. What am I doing is there's a space of 1 and then I start with a tower. Oh dear, today is the day of dropping everything. Okay, so see if I can stop that from falling. So you've got 1, then you've got one of these. Then you've got one of the ones facing forwards, like so, facing forwards. Then you've got one of these. Then you've got another one facing forward, 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 and then the stone piece shut in the end here. There we go. And you've got one big grey piece. This one literally shutting off the back of this completely. So here we go. There we are. And you can see that getting across the top there. So that's brought us to the end of that one. So wow, okay, page 105. Then you've got one light grey and one single brick piece like this. Okay. This one's stabilizing across here. Stop all of this and just try not break it. Just no. On forward like so. And then there's this one piece going here. There we are. Yep. And we're going with one dark grey, one cylinder, which is the one that I flicked before by mistake. Here, this one. And one of these reverse pieces. And they're basically going across. So you're going to have this one going across here. Across here, like so. Then you've got this one going from the back, like that, and then you've got an end piece on the end here. This is going across here just to show you it's on there. So that's that one. Here we've got one like this, one like this, and one upside down, dark grey, that's that one. Okay, and this one's going, I'm going to turn you so you can see a bit better. One is going here, is that right? Yeah, one's here. One's across here. And one is across here. Okay, and then here we've got one of these and one of these. This one's going across basically here. Is that right? Yep, that's going there. And then this guy's going across. All right. Yeah, going on the cylinder here like this. There we go. That's gone across that. Then you've got one of these and two of the upside. So 1, 2. There we go. And these guys, we're going back to the front here, is one on the second one here. There we are. And one of them is going across here. Like that. Then we've got two of these smooth ones like this. 1, 2. two third ones like this. One, or is it just the one? No, it's just the one, and two of the one, two. I think they're these. Let me just check that last one. Yeah. This is creating literally the outer side of the terrace, so, or balcony, if you want to use that word. It's the same. So this one's going here. Then you've got this one going here. Then you've got a threer going here. And you've got a single one going here. And what this is actually doing, it's securing all of these front pieces. And then this one here. There we are. You now have a nice smooth bit across there. Then we're going with one smooth long one. Say this one, and two of these, one and two. And they're literally going to cross here, taking the last one here. That one's going there. This one's going here. It's going there. And this one's going here. There we are. Nice and stable. Then we've got one wing and a little, oh, I really can't see the colour of that. I think it is, yeah, brownish like that. It's going upside down, and this is literally going to connect on the end of it, like so. So like that, and then this is going back like this, across the front here, providing, what's that, two at the back. Let's see if that's right. 3 and 2 at the back, and let me see if I've got that right. It ends literally alright. Yeah, it ends there like that. Then on the top. Yes, this is leaving a space, and that's going, ah no, you know what? It's not actually on there. It looks like it's on here. See? Yeah. So that's basically sticking on top of the piece. Okay. And we've got this other little curvy bit around the back here. This is going like this. Like so. There we are. This is building the curved piece of the balcony. 2 of the corner squares, 1, 2. 2 of the corner squares, these are going stacked, like so. Stacked, and then the stacked corner part going across on here. There we are. That's blocking that corner piece, okay. And we've got 2 little ones of these. 1, 2, and one of those corner ones. That moving funny, and I'm not seeing what. Hang on, what's this made up of? It's one corner one. That's weird. Just using 2 of these, and I've got a corner one, and I haven't actually got the corner one. Let me just check the set a minute. This would be probably, if I'm not being silly, would be the first time I actually end up with a set with a piece missing out of the bag. Because if I look at this, I have the 2 circles and I'm stacking them. But then, I guess I've turned it around the back here now. What I am missing, that's a bit weird, I wouldn't expect that. Looks like this piece is missing. I swear I haven't pushed it anywhere else. The bag's been open on here and I'm definitely not seeing it. Okay, that's interesting. So let me see what am I going to do about this. Is you've got a piece here. Yeah, definitely isn't that piece. Because these are all flat ones. So I'm not being silly. These are the only like slopey. I don't know. Look at that. It was turned the other way around. I've really got to learn to look properly. So this one's going here. So that one's there. Then we're stacking 2 of these. I thought that was a bit weird. Stacking these like that. And then this is going across here like that. There we go. There we are. To be honest, that's something I always ask myself. How do they actually make sure that each bag has exactly the pieces you need? Okay, the leftovers, but I mean exactly the pieces you need. I'd be curious. If anyone ever works in Lego and you know about it, I'd really like to know. What do they do? Check them one by one? Probably not. Weight, maybe. I'd thought of weight, so maybe they weigh the bag and they know exactly to the 1/10 of a gram what it's supposed to weigh, and if it's missing then it maybe gets filtered out by the production process. But to be honest, it's pretty weird. We've got a grey one of those, and 2 of these that I've already put, and 1 of these. And the greys are actually 2 and not 1. So, okay, there we are. And this is going 1 across here, 1 here, 1 here. The little brown one across here. Yeah. And this is getting attached on the front of this, like so. Like this. There we go. So that goes across here. Like that. And then we're building some form of a plant. So we've got 1, 2, 3 brown bits. Definitely can't see on eyes. 3 of those little strange black ones, which are actually brown. Doesn't really look black, but okay. 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 8, 4, 5, and 6. And then we've got these 3 little like green ones there. And what are we doing here? We're doing this times 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, and we're making 1 of these for each. That's going all the way down. 1 of these going across the other way. Like so. 1 of the brown ones across here. And then on the bottom there's that like sort of green thing. And these, there we go, that's interesting. They're actually going to go, that's so cool. They're going to go across here and they attach to this. Look at that. That's really clever. That goes like that. And choose to turn them a bit, then let's do it again. Got one like this. one like this, sort of corner like that. Then this is going across the top, and this little like greeny bit here. There we go. And then this one's going on the other one here. This one's attaching here. Let's turn it. It's attaching here. Oh, look at that. See? Starting to look really cool. And this one, the last one, one at the bottom. Another one at an angle. So I'm going top here. And the green is going atop here. And that's going to attach. Let's move it this way. It's going to attach. So you need to then turn obviously this bottom bit so that the alignment of the leaves actually corresponds to the effect you want to get, and then it'll still also correspond to the handle that holds it. So look at that, that's pretty cool. There we are, we've got the plants as well. Now let's see what else are we doing. Looks like the balcony bit. So we've got one, what is this? Is this black one? I can't really see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks like it could be the black piece. Black piece here. Grey piece going across here. Like so. Yeah, it's got to be like that, because then it would be, and we've got one brown, probably this one. One for a brown like this. This is going here. Like so. This one's going across here like this. Yeah. Then you've got another of these darker ones here. They're actually along the same ones. And this is sticking out by, let's see how many. And we'll soon figure out if that's right. So if I put it aligned, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So hang on a minute. That's got 4, and then this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is definitely going across here. At which point the doubt I have was about the one underneath, because I should be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for it to stick out like that, this should be like this. At which point, yep, I had it wrong. The brown, so the grey wasn't a black, but it was a grey. So this is going like this. This is what I mean about the, okay, I can't see that well, but the tone of the colour that comes out, there's a doubt between the dark grey and the black. That's not quite right. So that's like that. Then we've got one of these here. And you're left with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now I was right. And we've got 2 grey smooth ones. One going across here. And one going across here. Okay. So then we've got one black one like this and one stony one like that. This is literally going across here like this. Oh dear. Like this. And this one's going practically across the bottom like this. Just to give you an idea, that's what we're doing. See, it's putting it across there. That in right? Yep, looks right. So that's like that. Then we're going over here with 2 greys, 1, 2 greys, 1 longer grey, and another one, 2 of these. 2 of these, and not many bits left. This is going stacking here, stacking here. The 4 pieces going here. This one's going across. Oh, come on. This one's going across here. Like that. And this one's going across here. Okay, so you're left like that. And this piece is going underneath. Literally, yeah. So it's like that. We'll have to use bits like this, sorry. And like this and there. Okay. Then you've got one of the brown ones going across here. Brown one's going across there. Then we're using the one that definitely does look black on this page. This one's going across here. Like that. And then this one's attaching by 4 here. Like that. And we're using, what are we using here? One of these. Smooth grey is one of them. Light grey is one of them. And one of these, this one. And this is going like this. Bottom grey piece here. Grey here. Smooth one across here. Voila. And this is attaching at the end here. That's attaching here. Is that right? Yeah. That's leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah, and that's correct. So we're getting a brown one and a smooth grey. That's going on top of each other like so. And this one's going here. There we go. That's going across that. Oh, there wasn't the balcony. Oh, never would have thought that. So if we turn it round now, this is actually going across the back. Like so. So if this is going across the back like so, you see how much it's overlapping by. Okay, what's in here and overlapping by, it's quite interesting, overlapping like, there we go, is that right? That looks wrong. Just check this out a minute. There we are. That's how it goes, like that. Okay. And then we've got still a flush piece here. One of these, 2 of these, 3 of these. And another one of these. So this is going here, apparently. This one's going there, this one's going here. So creating the lock there. Then this one's going with a smooth piece here. This one's going across here. This one's going across here. There we go. That's like that. Yep, we've done that. And now and we've got one grey like this, one of these, going like this at the end. So this is going like so. There we are. That's going like that, and then this one's going here. It's pretty cool. That's going there, and then we've got one of these long ones going across the top here, locking that whole piece there. Yeah. And now we've got one smooth grey and one stony one here. It's going on top. So like that, and then this one's going to lock here. Yeah. And surprise, surprise, I think that's it. So these are spare apparently. So there's this piece here, these two are spares. Hermione actually goes under here. So this probably got to go up, and she goes here. There we are. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And if you look at it from the outside, this is where basically the castle's then going to build up upon. In fact, if I go here, oh wow, okay, no, that's so cool. So hang on a minute, I thought it was finished, but what actually happens is, in the spirit of this modular part, you've got this, which is the chessboard, actually slots in to the base. Look at that, that's pretty cool. That goes in there, locks in there. It's even got the rails. Look at that, that's proper intelligent. And then this one, you shut it like this, and this is going to go with the pieces this way. Oh, let's watch out for Harry's broom and so on, and there we are. Wow. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that. If you want to see it from above, let me just angle it. Look at that. And these, if you could see them, yeah, look, they literally just slide out, so you can take them out, and then you can probably use them around. That's very clever. So now we actually have finished the base of the castle. So then if I go here, unless I've made a mistake again, which is very possible. No, that's completed the entire bags 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that's brought us to the end of that and to the end of today's quick build. So thanks for watching wherever you are. If it's your end of the day, have a nice evening. If it's the start of the day for you, have a wonderful start of the day and have a lovely beginning of the week as well. Take care and bye-bye.